When it comes to Torah, Rabotai, Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi teaches us about that too. What did he say? Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi took Torah so seriously, he made sure to teach Torah to his kids and grandkids. To his kids and grandkids. The Gemara, in Masechet Kiddushin, page 38, says that he used to hear his grandkids give him a Dvar Torah every Friday. Every Friday we'll give him a Dvar Torah. But one Friday he forgot. One Friday he forgot, but he only remembered after he got into the bathhouse, like the mikveh of that day. But he realized as he's there, he didn't go into the mikveh, he put on his robe and started running home. Started running home to not miss the little kids, little 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old kids, Dvar Torah. Now, of course, the Chachamim, they had students, they're also running. He's running, we're running. And they all chase him. And they're thinking maybe he's going to go meet Eliyahu Navi. Maybe he's going to meet Malach HaMavet. Maybe he's going to meet Mashiach. The Gdol Ador is running in the streets like something just happened. He's not telling them, listen, I got to go. He's just running. They're all running after him. Eventually he says, get to the house. He gets to the table. They're all sitting. They're like, Eliyahu Navi is just about to come. Mashiach is just about to come. Malach HaMavet coming. Somebody's coming. They see little 5.5-year-old little boy. Hi, Saba. Hi. You ready for Dvar Torah? Students are looking at themselves like, he's Mashiach. He's Eliyahu Navi. Eliyahu Navi's kind of young. 5 years old. And they hear and they see Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi start learning Chavruta with a 5-year-old. After they finished, they say, Kvod Harav, we have to ask you, Lamdeni, teach us. Why are you so, take this so seriously, where you missed the mikveh, you didn't even take a bath before Shabbat, you ran, he's 5 years old at the end of the day, okay, you like to do it, it's nice to do it, but isn't it a little too serious? Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi says to them, a chidush that if every parent knew this, their children will never leave the derech. If every single parent did this, their children will never leave the derech. Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi says to them, Rabotai, when that little 5-year-old learns Torah with me, when he sees his grandpa teaching him Torah, taking his Dvar Torah seriously, and then teaching him back and going back and forth, and I'm hearing his idea, and I appreciate his idea, and then he appreciates my idea, for him, it's like Mount Sinai itself. For the little boy, it's Mount Sinai. And you want me to take that away from him because of some mikveh? Because I'm busy? Because I happen to be a big rabbi? If our parents would spend some more time with the kids, to not only listen to their Dvar Torah on Shabbat. A lot of parents do this. They have the kid prepare a Dvar Torah. You see the kid prepare a Dvar Torah. One of the parents listens. The other parent is busy talking to some guests. They say Kol HaKavod even if it doesn't make any sense. And they can't wait for him to finish. That's all nice. But that's not what's going to keep him interested. What's going to keep the 5-year-old interested at 6, and the 6-year-old interested at 8, and the 8-year-old interested at 12, and the 12-year-old interested at 18, and the 18 interested for the rest of his life, is if you spend some time with him, learning with him. Learn with him. Don't just listen to whatever he learned in school. Sit 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour, whatever time allows. once a week, once a day, depends. Learn with them. But be'emet, learn with them. One of the most pleasant experiences I had, probably ever, with a kid was today, where I saw what's the difference between a kid that has a brain of Torah versus the typical kids that I've seen my whole life. Now, I didn't grow up around Torah, and quite frankly, even though I know a lot of kids and I've seen a lot of religious kids in my life, I haven't seen something like this before. One of my conversations with Rabbi is wife's brother. Came on the call. He says, I want to ask you a question to me. I thought, okay, he's 12 years old. What kind of questions he could possibly ask? Where did God come from? Dinosaurs? Oh, some philosophical questions that 12-year-olds ask. And the kid asks me a sugya, asks me a question, not an easy one. Shtabach Shemo, I had the answer. But he asks me a question from the Gemara in Baba Kama. And I saw, when I was giving him the answer with different sources, for him, it was like heaven. He was enjoying this, like this is wow. And I'm thinking to myself, this is what your 12-year-old kid, this is what you're thinking about? You're not thinking about basketball and Michael Jordan and football and Emmitt Smith and this one and baseball and the Mets and this one and the stock market and Bitcoin. And you're not thinking about that stuff, kid. That's what I'm thinking in my head. You're thinking about some sugya, some question you have from the Gemara at Baba Kama. You're 12 years old. At 12 years old, I didn't know what Gemara is. And to be honest with you, many of the kids that I know from American religious schools don't know what Gemara is at 12 years old. Other than it's homework. It's homework. That's what Gemara is. What's Gemara? It's homework. This wasn't homework. He didn't ask me the question because it was homework. He had a question about this Gemara. Why is this so pleasing to me? Because the same kid, they wanted to throw him out of yeshiva 2 months ago. They said, he's not a good student. And we don't have any time to invest in him. So you have to send him to a different yeshiva. So Rabbi Ephraim said, I'll teach him. Just keep him in a school. Give us another chance. Give us another chance. I'll take responsibility. I'll teach him. I'll work with him. I'll do homework with him. He already has his own kids. I know a few things. I'll teach him. Rabbi said, oh, if you're going to help him, tutor him, okay. We don't have anybody here. We have 400 kids. We can't invest that much time into every kid. But if you're going to do it, we'll keep him. We'll give him another chance. In less than 2 months, the kid's the #1 kid in 400 kids. The brain didn't change. Only thing that changed, Baruch Hashem, is you gave the kid a little bit of attention. A little bit of attention, a little bit of interest, a little bit of care, and now he cares more than you. Now he wants to learn Gemara more than you. When we were talking, it was 12 o'clock at night for him. He's supposed to be sleeping. But he was too busy thinking about a Gemara in Masechet Bava Kama. A little bit of attention, Abutai. A little bit. You spend a little bit of time doing some learning with your kid. Don't do their homework. The number one reason why kids become losers in life is because their parents do their homework. If you're going to do the kid's homework, take him out of school. And you go to school instead. Don't do their homework. It's not healthy for them to think that somebody is going to do their work. That's not how life works. You go into the real world, no one's going to do your work. When you fail, no one's going to tell you, oh, good job, you failed. No, you need to fail sometimes. Don't do the kid's homework. Because then he's going to get used to other people doing his stuff. She's going to get used to other people doing her stuff. And by the way, she's not learning a thing. He's not learning a thing when you're doing the homework. So yeah, the grade on the test says 100. And the GPA says 4.8. Somebody told me that even though there's only a 4-point system in GPA, they're now up to 4.8 in GPAs. Meaning people are getting scores that are above perfect. The average GPA in college and universities in America today is the highest it's ever been in history. But yet the level of education that we have is lower than we ever have in history. How could it be? How could it be? This was reported. How could it be? This was a study. How could it be that the grades are the best they've ever been, but the failure ratio, this actual success and what these people end up becoming in their life is the biggest failure in history? How could it be? This doesn't make any sense. If you pay the bill, they'll give you an A. You pay $50,000 a year, they'll give you an A. Why does the kid have no problem with passing a class he didn't even work for? Because he's used to it, because his parents have been doing his homework his whole life. Somebody's been doing it. Why does the kid have emunah problems when he's only 16 or 17 years old? Because his parents have been doing his homework. And he has no idea who Moshe Rabbeinu is. He has no idea that miracles are part of our day-to-day life as Jews. He has no idea that sacrifice is part of our day-to-day as Jews. He has no idea that Hashem commands you to fear Him before you love Him. He has no idea. Why? Because Ima has been doing his homework every day. Habutai, I've seen this with my own eyes. Many kids, the ones that their parents do their homework, end up becoming the biggest losers later on, regardless of religion. You want to destroy your kid? Do his homework. You want to build him? Make him do himself. Even if it means he's going to fail. Even if it means he's going to get left back. Even if it means he's going to be left back twice. If he's getting left back twice because he keeps failing, that means it's the right decision. He's not qualified to be in that grade. If he's failing, that means it's the right decision. That means he should not pass because he doesn't know the information. Failure is a part of life. You need to fail in order to succeed. But if you really want him to succeed, spend some time with him. Spend some time with her, learning with her. Not just taking her to the mall to buy a new dress. Not just taking her out to lunch, making her feel like a lady. Spend some time learning with her about stuff that's going to actually help her in life. The dress is not going to help her more than once or twice in her life. The dinner is not going to help her more than satisfying her hunger for 15 minutes. But learning Torah, that could help them, especially if you show interest. If Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi can show interest to study with 5-year-olds, I think we can too.